That's right.
Yes.
So cute.
Thank you so much. Great sustainability, great show. Yes?
No. Great fabrics.
Yes.
Suot na
Okay
nila
na,
eh.
guys.
Okay na, kunin na namin on our show. We got a major power shift in the PVL as the next led Chameleons unveil their biggest additions yet, plus a suspension in the PBA following last night's wild ending between TNT and Meralco in the semis.
Speaking of wild endings, we've also got another Nikola Vucevic game winner headlining today's NBA lineup.
Vucci Main. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Lituncalaw.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy leaves Phillips puts it off. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Oh, the pass! Stopping another one. Bacunas rejecting Estevo for the win.
Thursday today, January 15th. Let's start the show in the PVL as the next led Chameleons hit the jackpot.
That is right. The team just wrapped up their off-season overhaul by announcing their biggest signings yet. Leading this final batch is none other than three-time PVL MVP Brooke Van Sickle. But NextLed also got two-time MVP Myla Pablo, two-time Finals MVP MJ Phillips, and promising young setter Jules Tolentino. All four arrived from the Petrogas Angels following the franchise's decision to take a leave of absence. The quartet played key roles in Petrogas's final title run during last season's reinforced conference.
Well, here's something funny. Ironically, the next led reset comes after a winless campaign in that import-laden conference. In total, next led added 14. That's 14 new players this offseason, and many of them from Petrogas. The two teams were earlier in talks for a joint venture, but that proposal was reportedly rejected by the PVL. Here now are Van Sickle, Pablo, and Phillips all talking about their huge transfer.
I mean, change is always good. I think it's good to get out of your comfort zone, and we're still grateful for Petrogas and having us, join that family. And unfortunately, it's no longer a team, but we're really excited to be a part of NextLed. And yeah, we're just very excited. The gym atmosphere is really great, and obviously coach is awesome. And yeah, we're super excited.
Sobrang excited din kasi especially na makakasama ko yung mga young players, and I'm really excited na may matutunan din ako sa kanila. And also as a veteran din talaga, I hope na may matutunan din sila sa akin. And syempre, I'm really excited din with Coach Ettore na kung paano siya magpa-training. I know na bagong sistema, pero for sure naman hindi na kayo mahihirapan din talaga kasi syempre una naging Filipino coach naman and Japanese, and ngayon foreign, and ngayon is Italian, so I'm really happy and really excited.
Yeah, NextLed, they came from the bottom, or one of the bottom teams, so it's going to be a challenge, but we're all up for it. And I'm excited for an Italian coach. I've never been under an Italian coach before, and he has a strong background with coaching, so I feel like I have a lot to learn from him. And yeah, I'm just glad that a lot of the Petrogas girls are with me still, and to be able to be with new players is just a fresh start, and I'm really excited for what we have to showcase with NextLed.
Meantime, the PBA has suspended a referee from the TNT Tropang 5G's Game 5 win over the Meralco Bolts in the PBA Philippine Cup semifinals. Commissioner Willie Marshall told One Sports that ref Jeff Tantay failed to call a foul on Calvin Oftana in the dying seconds. Marshall adds the PBA board will also look into officiating throughout the game. The commissioner pointed out two missed calls down the stretch by the officials. First was Oftana's block attempt with 10 seconds to go, which apparently ended up hacking CJ Cancino's arm. Cancino was attempting a layup, which could have given Meralco the lead. The other was the last possession of the game when Cancino attempted a game-tying three-pointer. Oftana also made contact with Cancino. TNT ended up winning Game 5 99-96, eliminating Meralco in the process.
Well, CJ Cancino was obviously frustrated after that game, but the sophomore guard chooses to look at the silver linings in his first PBA semifinal appearance. Cancino put up a career-high 36 points in Game 5, but as mentioned, it all went for naught after a series of unfortunate events down the stretch for the Meralco Bolts. Despite the loss, Cancino says he's grateful for the trust his coaches and teammates gave him. And while he laments the fact that they were seconds away from extending this series, he adds that this semifinal battle against TNT was a huge learning experience for him.
Siyempre, masakit kasi ganda nga nilaro ko pero natalo din sa dulo. So, siguro learning experience talaga to for me. And hopefully, pag pinanood ko yung field, makita ko kung ano pa yung kailangan ko improve. Laki yung regrets ko doon. Siguro may dapat akong ginawa for that kind of scenario. Pero breaks of the game eh. Talagang nandun yung points nila. So, talagang learning experience. Hindi ko pwedeng excuse na bata ako eh. So, talagang yung experience na to, ito yung experience na tatak talaga sa akin. Kasi sobrang, although, andun na eh. So, sobrang regret din. Mabigat pero sobrang teaching moment sa akin ito. Sobrang laking opportunity na binigay sa akin na matuto ko sa ganitong bagay. Although hindi man namin nakuha yung panalo. Pero on the good side, on positive side, talagang sobrang laki ng tinuro sa akin nung semi-set.
On the other side of the semis bracket, the San Miguel Beermen are aiming to clean up their mistakes as they move closer to another Philippine Cup Finals appearance. The defending champions will face Barangay Ginebra San Miguel in Game 6 of their series tomorrow at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Tip-off is at 7:30 p.m. You can catch the game live on One Sports, RPTV, PBA Rush, and on the Pilipinas Live app. San Miguel is now just one win away from the finals. The Beermen took a 3-2 series lead after surviving a late Ginebra charge in Game 5 last night, 115-109. San Miguel was up by as many as 17 points, but Ginebra got to within 2 with 13 seconds left. Junmar Fajardo finished with a double-double of 21 points and 11 rebounds. Veteran guard Chris Ross also made his presence felt, posting 9 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. Here's Ross on what it will take to close out the series tomorrow.
It's something we got to address because I feel like I think in every game we've pretty much had a double-digit lead. And I don't know if it's relaxing or if they play desperate, but they do something to get back in the game. I mean, it's Ginebra, so they're going to do something to get back in the game. So we just got to weather the storm. Doesn't matter how much you win by in the series, as long as you win, whether by 1 point or 30 points. It's a mark in the win column for us. So we just got to weather the storm when we do get those leads and keep our composure. And we did that today. We had some bad turnovers. Me, in particular, I think I had way too many. But we'll fix it. We'll look at film, fix it, and then come back ready for what they have to do to us.
Well, as for Barangay Ginebra, they're already looking forward to bouncing back in Game 6 tomorrow to send the series to a win-or-go-home Game 7. Ginebra head coach Tim Cohn did praise his players for their gritty fourth quarter fight back, even though they came up short. Scotty Thompson tried to carry the Gin Kings again with 20 points, 7 rebounds, and also 7 assists. Here's what Coach Tim had to say after the match.
Well, we were looking for a miracle there in the end. Didn't get one. But you got to appreciate the guys for their fight, the way they fought back in the game. We made crucial turnovers all throughout the whole game when we could have made runs, and it was just wasn't our night. We were fumbling the ball wasn't going in for us, but our guys continued to fight and battle, and just came up short. But now we're basically in the same situation we were last conference. except it's flipped. You know, we were up 3-2, now they're up 3-2. They were able to beat us 2 in a row, so we see if we can flip the script and see if we can beat them 2 in a row. But we can't get to Game 7. We're going to take all unless we take care of Game 6. So that's where our focus is going to be, Game 6.
Well, baka akala nyo nakalimutan na namin ng NBA. Coming up, how about some NBA action? Wild endings and upsets around the league coming to you next here on Play by Play. Play-by-play returns with the latest from the NBA. Nikola Vucevic does it again as the Chicago Bulls escape the Utah Jazz. Let's go right away to the dying seconds of this match in Chicago. Game tied at 126 all after the Jazz erased the Bulls' 12-point fourth quarter lead. Kobe White tried to put Chicago back on top with a 3, but will miss. And then Isaac Okoro was there to track the ball down and then getting it to Trey Jones, who then sent it to Vooch here underneath. Quick play there. Great IQ from the Bulls for that go-ahead bucket. With 4 seconds remaining, Keontae George tried to respond on the other side, but he also missed, giving the Bulls the win, 128-126. Vooch finished with a team-high 35 points, to go with 7 rebounds and 5 assists. He's already had 3 game winners this season. His first 2 came against the Philadelphia 76ers and the Portland Trail Blazers.
Yeah, it was a pretty hectic possession. Great hustle by Ice to start it, and then Trey to get the ball, balance himself, and be able to make a great pass to me. I told myself, don't smoke it, don't miss it. I can't do that. So yeah, it was, that last play kind of summarized the whole game. It wasn't pretty. It was a lot of up and downs, but we got it done. We were able to get a win, off the back-to-back. It's not easy, and they play good ball. We're able to get a win, which is hard to do in this league, and so we'll take it.
You guys have been in so many clutch games. What kind of confidence do you guys have in the team down the stretch of those tight games?
We have belief. Some games, we've dropped. Some games, we're able to win. I felt like tonight we had a chance to kind of close it earlier. We had an 8-point lead with 7 minutes left, but it came down to the wire. We were able to get a big play to finish the game to win it, and then a big stop by Ice. Great defense on George. So, you're going to have a lot of close games in the NBA. Most games are decided within a 5-point margin. So, big win for us. We'll take it, and we got to move forward.
The Bulls ended up spoiling a career night for Brian Sensabaugh, who had 43 markers off the bench For the Jazz, Utah did play, though, without Lauri Markkanen, who was down with an illness. The Bulls improved their record to 19 wins and 21 losses. The Jazz, meanwhile, fall to 14 victories and 26 defeats.
Meantime, the Los Angeles Clippers get their fourth straight win at the expense of the Washington Wizards. The Clips pulled ahead by as many as 24 points early on, but the Wiz went on a furious run to get to within 2 in the third quarter. Kawhi Leonard had to take over in the fourth to seal the win for LA 119-105. The Claw finished with 33 points, including 11 straight in the payoff period. The Clips did play without Ivica Zubac, who has an ankle issue, and John Collins, who's dealing with a groin injury. The Wiz are still without their new acquisition, Trae Young, who has a knee and quad injury. Ice Trae will reportedly be re-evaluated after the All-Star break. The Clippers rise to 17 wins and 23 losses, while the Wizards carry a lowly 10-29 slate. Here's Young during his introductory press conference with Washington a few days back, talking about the timeline for his Wizards debut.
Yeah, man, I've been playing through some injuries this year, obviously, and I'm coming over here doing these physicals. They want to make sure I'm right, and things like that. Obviously, I've been playing through some stuff early on, and but I just got to leave it up to them and make sure that. Because obviously they want to make sure I'm right, and I do too. I don't want to come back and not be myself for this team and for this city. So I'll just leave it up to them to make sure they let you know when I'm coming back. Hopefully soon.
As for the Sacramento Kings, well, they pulled off a stunner over the New York Knicks. Sacktown lit the beam once again after putting away the NBA Cup champs 112-101. The Knicks did lose to their main man, Jalen Brunson, early on. He injured his right ankle while attempting a crossover and left the game for good after barely 5 minutes. But the Kings showed no mercy and were already up by 22 entering the fourth and final quarter. The Knicks tried to catch up, but the Kings were able to weather the storm. DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine led Sacktown with a combined 52 points. The Kings have won 3 straight games now and improved their record to 11-30. The Knicks settle for 25 victories and 15 setbacks.
I mean, they missed some shots too, but I will give our defense a lot of credit. They're in a sweet spot as far as the standard that we expect, making people feel us, touching, making sure that we're up to the level, grabbing, making sure that we're forcing reds, not just, point switching. We've had chances to practice and, in our shoot-arounds and different stuff, we shell drill, and you're starting to see some of that translate into the game. The ability to communicate, they've just really done a really good job. My hat goes off to the guys because they persevere through a lot of adversity, and that says a lot about them individually and a whole bunch about them collectively.
4 more NBA games today. Here are the results. Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes star for the Toronto Raptors in their 115-101 win over the Indiana Pacers. Donovan Mitchell's 35 points and 9 assists power the Cleveland Cavaliers past the Philadelphia 76ers 133-107. Meanwhile, Trey Murphy leads the way for the New Orleans Pelicans in their 116-113 win over the Brooklyn Nets. And lastly, Jamal Murray and the Denver Nuggets take a 118-109 win over the Dallas Mavericks as Cooper Flagg exits early with a sprained ankle. Coming up, Alex Ayala is in for a tough main draw debut at the Australian Open. Find out her first opponent in the year's opening slam when play-by-play returns here on One News. Welcome back. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. The draw is set for Alex Ayala at the Australian Open. The Filipina tennis star will make her main draw debut on Sunday against world number 100 Alicia Parks. Despite her lower ranking, Parks poses a tough opening test for the world number 49 Ayala. Parks reached the round of 32 in last year's Australian Open and owns a career-high top 40 ranking. But the American was knocked out early in the ASB Classic. She fell in straight sets to Elisabetta Cocciaretto in the round of 32. The Australian Open is the only major tournament Ayala has yet to play in. She made her main draw debuts in the French Open, Wimbledon, and the US Open during her breakthrough season last year.
For a change, we got the PBA and the NBA tonight's highlight reel. Let's start in the PBA. TNT Meralco Game 5 of the Philippine Cup Semis. TNT down here, 96-91. Look at the former Letran Knight. Stingray ng Batak against Karam for 4. Bang! 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 And then the big steal by Henning on Cancino. And then just like that, a 6-point swing. That 4 and that 2, take a look. First, Nambatak against Karam. Big shot from the Stingray. The lefty nailing that big 3 at the big dome. That big 4 at the big dome. It was a 4-point shot. And then look at Heading. The steal on CJ Cancino when he made the crossover. Good timing by Heading. And then putting that one up and in. That was a big swing for TNT. They were down 5. Then all of a sudden, because of that, it was 96-95. And then that steal by Heading for 2. Di na nakahabol agad yung score. Tingnan mo, ganun kabilis ang nangyari. Big swing. Heading finished with a team-high 31 points to go along with 5 assists, 3 steals. Nambatak added 25 markers. 4 rebounds, 4 dimes. TNT with that last-minute escape act against Meralco 99-96 and a tropang 5G knockout the Bolts, and they returned to the PBA Finals for the 4th straight conference. From the PBA, let's go to the NBA. Raptors, Pacers. Take a look at this play. Woo, the chase down block by Aaron Neesmith. It was a 2-on-1 break. Good chase down from Neesmith from court to court, from end line to end line. Take a look at that. Ang bilis eh. Akala mo na iwan na si Neesmith, and then all of a sudden he shows up in the frame and blocks that shot. Neesmith finished with 6 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, that block and a steal. But the Pacers though lose to the Raptors in Indy 115-101. From there, let's go to the Nets against the Pelicans. Big Z getting the ball down low. Woo! Two-handed rack attack there. Barbecue chicken against Nick Claxton underneath. You don't front him. And then, too late for the help for Claxton. Give Zion that momentum, that big, that huge, that athletic. Man, easy money for Zion. 25.6 rebounds. Pels beat the Nets at home, 116-113. From there, let's go all the way to Chicago. Collier, the alley-oop to Ace Bailey. Good look, good play there from Collier. Up to Bailey. Whew. Good alley-oop there. Collier, by the way, 8 points, 4 assists. Bailey tallied 10 markers. We stay here in Chicago, but the Bulls get the last laugh. Time winding down, tied at 126. Take a look at that pass. What a pass by Trey Jones underneath. It all started with Kobe White, and who missed that. And then Trey Jones saving it to the right man underneath. Take a look. And all the white shirts tried to go out. They thought it was going to be passed outside. No, Bailey made that wrong decision. Split-second decision. Bailey went out instead of going in to intercept the pass. Take a look. Boom. Libre na agad si Vuce. He calls game, finishing with 35 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Bulls win 128-126.
And before we go, Curry's jersey number 30 is heading to the rafters. No, it's not Steph Curry just yet. It's still pretty early for that. It's actually his dad, Del Curry, who will get his number retired this March by the Charlotte Hornets. The elder Curry currently serves as a Hornets team ambassador and a TV analyst, but during his heyday in the 90s was a dangerous long-range shooter and formidable bucket getter. Curry spent 16 years in the NBA, 10 of those with the Hornets. He was also named the 1994 Sixth Man of the Year with Charlotte and is the franchise's second leading scorer. Congrats to the Curry family.
Oh, for sure, Steph Curry's jersey will go up the rafters in Golden State when everything is all said and done. That's all from us tonight, mga kapatid. Catch us again tomorrow to end the work week, Friday, 9 p.m. for a play-by-play of today's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV, Channel 8 on SD, and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Calao. Thank you for watching, mga kapatid. Good night.